Okay. My
Okay.
name is Isabel Baker, also known as Izzy Meditates, and I am a mindfulness meditation practitioner. And my journey began around 2000, and I want to say 10 or 11. I was going through so many issues in life, and I was seeking meditation and ways to um, work with my nervous system and my emotions, and I came across meditation. And it is the best thing that I've ever done in my entire life that helps me daily. I started a personal practice of my own, and how I met or how I came to be a part of Meditation Magazine is I would see it online every day, and I would get so excited. And every time the little notification would pop up, I would be on every live that Kevin hosted and anything that came on, and I would always be in the comments. And one day Kevin was like, "Hey, come on, come on in the video live." And we were joking about it before. It's hilarious because I'm not a camera person. I'm an introvert, extrovert, introvert. I guess that's how they say it. And so I was running around the house trying to hurry up and, get presentable. And I was on the live with Kevin and Mark, and it was awesome. And so that began my journey with Meditation Magazine. I then decided to write an article, Mommy and Me Meditation. That came about, and then Kevin was like, "Hey, how about would you like to be a part of the university?" And so we had a great connection. Kevin is awesome. Everyone is just super awesome to meet in person, and to just every so often we get to meet new students, and I love the vibe and the environment. And so that's how it came to be. And it's awesome to be a part of this group, to see each individual grow, plant their seed, and move in their own journey. So this is why I love Meditation Magazine so much, and Meditation University.
So, how can we bring compassionate self awareness and self love to our everyday lives?
The way that we can do this is to practice self love and self care. Begin with ourselves, because as we grow in ourselves, we can then help others to grow. And for me, that's the only way. In my life's journey, that's how I have learned to offer this to friends, family, students. We have to first begin with ourselves, taking care of ourselves, eating properly, making sure we meditate, making sure we exercise, having the right amount of connection with others, and so forth, educating ourselves, feeding ourselves mind, body, and soul. And I think this is the best way.
What advice would you give to anyone who wants to start a meditation practice or become a meditation teacher?
The advice is, again, start with yourself. Start small and don't judge um, anything that you do. Definitely make it your own and do your research. You want to research and find out what type of meditation you like to partake in, whether it be mindfulness, yoga, whatever you decide. And training is important. Whether you find um, information on your own at first and then gradually get formal education, I think that that's important to do. Yeah.
How can we educate ourselves more about neurodivergence and trauma
Oh,
through
wow.
meditation?
Yeah. So we have plenty of information here at Meditation University that could help you with that. Brett Cotter is awesome. You want to connect with Meditation University and with Brett Cotter. Do your research again. Google around and find out um, where you want to go in that particular area. And I think that's the best way to begin.
Have you had any profound experiences with meditation that you'd like to share?
Yes. So I had never meditated in my life until I think I've talked about it before. You know, I just had Cassandra, had broken my foot. I lost so many relatives in like a couple of years span. And the kicker was, you know, just getting laid off and all these things happening all at once. And so the first time I ever did a meditation was with Wayne Dyer and one of his videos that I had found online. And it was the most peaceful experience. And I say this that it was peaceful for me because not every meditation is peaceful. Sometimes we're in our minds, sometimes we judge. But the very first time in years that I was actually able to go within in silence, and there was just like a peace that overcame me. And from that day forward, I've been hooked to meditation and teaching others meditation.
The same thing happened to me with Brian Scott on YouTube.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Brian Scott?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like it was just, and I'm like, where I used to say to myself, how come I never knew about this? Like, why didn't I ever like meditate before? Why didn't I, you know? And from that point forward, I was just, you know, hooked on Wayne Dyer. And then I would branch off and find other teachers who I thought were super awesome. And then I began to say, hey, you know what? I'd like to teach this to children because this will be awesome for them to learn how to regulate their emotions and go within at an early age. And so they'll be prepared to handle middle school and high school and adulthood.
Were you a teacher in the school system prior to learning to meditate?
No, prior to learning how to meditate, I've had several positions. When I lived in the inner city, I worked for a small organization that helped children who were born addicted to drugs. I've worked in helping prisoners to make better decision-making skills. Um, and it was always community and people oriented. I worked as a caseworker, a social worker for the government, um, but no teaching experience besides teaching in a small group of preschoolers and implementing a summer program.
Are you working in the school system now?
No, I am no longer working in the school system or any type of school as far as teaching. I work at a spa. I usually do parks and recreation. I also run my own business and I work for another podcasting.
And what's your favorite phrase or saying or story about meditation?
My favorite phrase that I use often is the light in me sees the light in you. And I remember when I was younger, um, feeling like when I did see the light in people that I was being judged because, you know, often in the world today, if you do something wrong, then you're completely wrong and they want to condemn you. But for me, even as a child and up until even my adulthood, I can see the light in people. And so that's my favorite phrase. And when I see the light in people, I'm sure to let them know, hey, I see the light. The light in me sees the light in you.
And that we are all love and light.
Yes, absolutely.
Just didn't
Absolutely.
know. We just didn't know. So Izzy,
Yeah.
what do you have coming up in regards to a new course, new module?
Oh my goodness, there's so many things coming up. I have a new module that I've been holding on for some time that I'd like to put out. I'm also in the process of writing a book. I'm going to have another journal that's going to have inspirational affirmations. I love journaling, and so I like to put that energy out into the universe. And I've been teaching meditation still in the spa. I'm soon, because spring will arrive pretty soon, I'm going to have a renewal, rejuvenation kind of meditation for us to make our way into spring, declutter our minds, our bodies, our souls, and everything so we're prepared to move into the new season.
I can't wait to see that because that's soon.
Yes, yes, it's
Spring
very,
is
very soon.
almost here, yeah. So yeah, so if you need a tester, a beta tester, whatever.
Yes, I would love to do that. So some will be online and others will be in the spa here in Virginia. It's a Himalayan salt room spa. And so we'll go inside and do meditations in a group of about 4 to 6. Yes.
I love that. So I can't wait to come and visit you in Virginia.
Yes.
So And tell us the name of the book you already have out.
The book that I have out now is titled, it's a journal, and it's called The Unjourneyed Path. And I talked about that because when I began my meditation career, I just didn't feel like I had the support in the beginning. It was like a path that I had never gone into. I was nervous. I was afraid. There was imposter syndrome that was kicking in. And so I talk about this unjourneyed path through quotes, and the quotes help others to write in this particular journal. I also have the Mommy and Me meditation that Cassandra and I made right before, like right after COVID. She created designs and we wrote like a little story, and we were teaching parents how to meditate and ground themselves during this crazy time that we were having during COVID. And those are my two books.
I'm sure that really made you and Cassandra even closer than you already were.
Yes, yes. It was very interesting because she likes to be a part of the world and people. And so we weren't able to do that. School systems were closed. They shut down the actual school in which I was teaching. That program was completely shut down. And so we had to look deep and find another way to shine our light. Trying not to be anxious and fearful and all of those things, we decided to sit down and write a book together. And yeah, it came out really cute. Her pictures are adorable.
I'm looking for it on Amazon right now,
Yes.
and it is called Mommy and Me. Mommy and Me
Yeah.
Journal for Girls, a shared keepsake for moms and daughters.
It's Mommy and Me meditation. Let me see if I have it right here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mommy
that's,
and Me meditation.
oh, I'm sorry. It's the mindfulness in me.
Oh,
The Mommy and Me meditation is the actual article that I wrote for Meditation Magazine, and this is the mindfulness in me. This is the book that we created together. It's Cassandra's little story. Um, Inside, you can see it explains the emotions. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm sad, and I wanted children to understand their emotions because the dynamics of home life and outside life had changed so much during COVID. I wanted children to not be sad or upset and understand if they were having those emotions, to understand those. And so we have like a short meditation in the inside as well. And then on the back, if you do get the book, you can see where you can find us. And I think I have the other book that I had written shortly after that, because Lori, I realized that I am not the kind of author that writes books with lots of words. It takes a lot of time, and I haven't gone down that path yet. But this is the Unjourneyed Path. And inside is enough space for you to write. And every day there's a quote. There's 33 quotes because 33 is my number. And in the inside are quotes at the top. And let me read you one.
okay.
See what my favorite one. This is my favorite one because every quote had to do with something that I was going through. The most beautiful things are born from pain. Another quote that I have, I'm in charge of the process, not the outcome, and I'm letting go.
Those are great. Didn't you and Cassandra also do affirmation cards?
No, no affirmation cards.
I think
That's a
that's a good
great idea.
idea.
I know, right? That's a great idea. That
You
is a
already have
wonderful.
everything that you're going to want to put on them.
Yes. Yes. And I think she's older now because at the time she was pretty young. Now she is a whopping 12. A whopping 12.
She's a tween.
I know, right?
She's a tween. And, it gets challenging. I mean, it's challenging. I've never had
Yeah.
any kids,
Yeah.
but I've been around plenty and I have lots of friends who have kids, and it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's every part of their life has a different phase that you have to help them understand in their way. Um, and they grow in that way. And mindfulness is a great part of doing that. It's so cute to see, like, the people, the children that I see, they're all different ages. The adults that I see are all different ages, to see all these different phases, even in when seniors come to me, you can see the phase of life that they're going through, and just appreciate that every single phase. I think up until COVID happened, I didn't understand that. And once COVID happened, I began to say, hey, this is where I am right now, and I'm doing the best I can with what I have, and understanding that and working with that and loving that moment. And then when the next moment comes along, to do the same for that in a non-judgmental way, and, not being so hard on myself and others, and just being in that moment. And sometimes it's hard.
It's always hard.
Yeah.
So, Izzy, thank you so much for your time today, and thank you so much for co-hosting the last few weeks. And uh, this, I still have to figure out who I'm going to have tomorrow. Maybe it should be you tomorrow, because we already know what we want to talk about. And
Yes. I love coming on and sharing space with you guys. I feel this is awesome. We're planting seeds all over the universe, and we may not even see all of them grow, but they will sprout, and more will grow and more will grow. So what we're doing here is awesome. Yes.
thank you so much. I tell Kevin all the time, I can't imagine my life without him in it.
Right.
And he says,
Right.
we never have to.
Yeah. I'm so grateful just to have, what if I would have never gone on that video, or what if I would have never followed the magazine? But I did. I stepped out, and this is where I am now. It's beautiful. And I love seeing people come through this program, and they have questions and they want to know. And then they take everything that they learned, and then they go out and they plant more seeds. And we just keep growing and growing. It's beautiful.
It is. It's been a beautiful experience for me, and it's given me a purpose and fills my heart.
I love that. Yep. And we got to meet. How about
I'm
that?
excited. Yes, and we'll meet in person one of these days.
Yes, I can't
Maybe
wait.
at
Oh my gosh.
A Brett Cotter retreat or something.
Yes, yes. I've been trying to go to his retreats. I met him, I think, before Meditation Magazine. I think we met before that, and I've known him from before that, and then it just kind of all came together. And it's so fun because we're all from different parts of the world, and we get to meet. Meditation University is everywhere.
I know. So, did you actually meet him in person?
No, I've never met him in person. We tried to meet in person and we did not. And I tried to meet in person with Kevin, but I did not have a chance to, because he thought that I live near DC, and I live an hour and a half away, which is a long ways to travel. Yeah. I'm a city girl going country. That's what I say.